Hey, this is Fate 212. I'm Nafka, and today I'm talking about the Eldar Codex, and it really is Fear of the Reaper. The Dark Reaper is new. It's flexible. It has a lot of options, even though they're not maybe quite as apparent right when you first take a look at the entry. Um, I think that the Dark Reaper is the shining star of the heavy support choices in the Eldar Codex. Take a look at this guy. I love him, but, well, he's being grounded today. He's not coming in for my game later today. But anyway, Dark Reapers come with the standard Starshot missile, Strength 5, AP 3, Heavy 2, 48-inch range. That is fantastic. It's always been a good rule. The problem with Reapers in the past has been, well, hey, you can get one guy with your missile launchers, and they're kind of expensive. Well, now every guy can be upgraded for 8 points to get the Starshot missiles. That means everybody's got a cracked missile on them. Okay, that means you get 3 guys, just a base unit. For a measly 8 points extra for each one, you have 3 cracked missiles, 3 cracked missile launchers. Now, it gets fancier when you start upgrading these guys, and you put them and you give them an X-Arc. This is where they really start to shine, and the flexibility starts coming in. The X-Arc can obviously take the Eldar missile launcher with Starshot missiles. They can also take the flak. Okay, with fast shot, that gives you 2 shots against air instead of the normal 1, or just 2 cracked missiles. I think that is a fantastic option for some of your build when you're doing this. You know, if you're able to have 4 heavy support choices in a 2,000-point game, you make 2 of these guys with the Eldar missile launchers with flak. You put the other 2 X-Arcs on on the Aegis defense lines, on the lascannons, on the Akaris lascannons, with night vision, okay, and suddenly you're getting 2 shots at 96 inches with that can see at night, okay. That's really good. Okay, adding 1 shot extra to a Hydra flak cannon is not quite as good, but to add it to an Akaris lascannon at 96 inches with a ballistic skill of 5, you're hitting on 2 pluses. Okay. Plus it has Skyfire, so all of a sudden these guys are able to just put out a barrage of fire against incoming flyers and monstrous creatures and stuff like that. That are wonderful options. Now you take something like that, so where you have maybe 1 or 2 on Aegis defense lines, depending on your point costs. You give the other ones flak missiles. And then you just simply add a Farseer or 2 with Guide. Try to remember if I get the names right now. It's still early. I'm trying to make sure my coffee's here. With Guide and Prescience as your standard options, and all of a sudden you have something that can really start taking down air. Now, what's also cool about, now I should be talking about Farseers, but it does relate. Get Doom in there. Okay, a target vehicle, you can re-roll the armor penetrations. Okay, so Farseers feeding Dark Reapers is a fantastic combination, and I believe it's more efficient point cost wise and more flexible than putting your flak missiles on, say, Warwalkers, which, don't get me wrong, I love Warwalkers, but I do think that they kind of fell just a little bit short on the point cost for them, for what they are. But the Reapers, on the other hand, all decked out, the maximum that you're going to be looking at without adding extra Reapers, of course, is 141 points is what I came up with. And that's with Eldar missile launchers, flak missiles, fast shot, night vision. And I think the night vision is important. I mean, remember, 50% of your games start at night fight. And so I think that that's very valuable to have. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. I did mention probably the Reaper rangefinder, which gets rid of all your jinx saves. You know, so hey, look, here comes a Marine bike army. Okay, those Star Swarm missiles are just going to shred them because they don't get jink. Okay, you're wounded on 4s. You're getting 2 shots at 48 inches, no jinx saves. There goes the bikes. Just one giant barrage of mowing them down. Nothing can come out into the open against a well set up force of these. Now the cool thing is you can actually add up to 7 Reapers. Now I haven't worked out the point cost for a full squad of 10 Reapers, but you're probably looking at about 350 points, and nothing will survive them. I think that that's way overkill. I don't think it's even needed. I can imagine in smaller point games where you can't add more than 3 heavy support choices that you might want to limit yourself to, maybe go up to 5. But that is a lot of shots. Now, I didn't even mention that it is possible to get split shot in them, but that's a whole nother option. At least I believe so. I haven't actually looked into that one as much, and someone else can actually go into that and find out if you can. And that would be with like an XR or an Autark or something like that. But anyhow, I just want to kind of go over the Reapers. The Reapers are flexible, anti-infantry, anti-marine, anti-flyer, anti-armor, with a little bit of Farseer support. They are anti-everything on the board. I don't know what else you can want out of them. I mean, there is just such good abilities out of these Farseer with these Farseers and Reapers that you're going to see them in my battle report later tonight. I'll be fielding a number of squads of them. Of course, it'll be a big game because I like playing 2,000 above. So there will be a bunch of them, and you'll be seeing them going up against Heldrakes. So it'll be a fantastic test for them. And the Heldrakes will, of course, shred any Reapers that they get close to. So it'll be a fantastic game. So anyhow, that's what I have to say today about your Reapers. I mean, really, fear the Reapers. I think they are a fantastic choice for Eldar players and those of you taking allies. So this is Fate 212. I'm Nafka. It's early morning, and I got to get my day going. So have a good day.